Hi, boys and girls. So this week we're going to be focusing on nonfiction reading. And remember, nonfiction are facts. So you can still be reading in your Just Right book, and that might be fiction. I know a lot of you are reading some series books like Magic Treehouse or Junie B. Jones. For our read alouds today. And this week I'm going to focus on our nonfiction. So I'm going to read to you today The Backyard Bug book for kids. And this is a little bit mix of fiction and nonfiction because there's a lot of facts in there, but then there are some rhyming sentences that kind of lead into the next fact. And then what we're going to be talking about is how to retell the story. So when we retell the story, we might want to use like a hand that will help us, and you can use your own hand. And the thumb right here, that's your topic. So our book today is going to be about bugs in our backyard. And then you want to think of some facts. Now there's going to be a lot more than just 3 facts that we're going to be learning, but I might want to think about the 3 facts that are really surprising to me or that I think are really important for somebody else to know. And then my last finger over here, I'm going to be left with, what do I still wonder? Do I still have questions about my topic? Okay, so we're going to practice that after our read aloud today, but first I want to read to you the Backyard Bug Book. I'm coming out to meet the world from my safe and cozy pearl. Fact: a caterpillar larva hatches by chewing out of its tiny eggshell, then it eats the rest as a snack. A tiny hungry caterpillar, I'll give this leaf a whirl. Fact: caterpillars can grow to be 1,000 times their original size. They shed their skins as they get bigger and bigger. I munch and eat all day and wonder what to do. I asked a spotted ladybug, will I grow to look like you? Fact: adult ladybugs have 2 sets of wings. The hard wings on the outside protect soft flying wings underneath. I see a giant grasshopper. He's jumping very high. I hope to hop like him one day and maybe touch the sky. Fact: if grasshoppers were human size, they could cross the length of an entire football field in one giant leap. Wow, that's really far. Wow, that bug is beautiful, so colorful and bright. Could I ever have such pretty wings? Perhaps one day I might. Fact: there are close to 15,000 kinds of jewel beetles around the world. They come in lots of different colors. There's a cricket in the bushes making noise by rubbing wings. I wonder who he's singing to with all the joy he brings. Fact: only male crickets can sing. All crickets have tiny ears on their front legs. Huh, I did not know that their ears are on their legs. What is all that buzzing so high up in the trees? They're making a big hive up there. That's a home for bees. Fact: honeybees tell each other where to find the best pollen and nectar by doing the waggle dance. I wonder what that looks like. Look at all those tiny ants, so little yet so tough. Maybe I'll be strong like them one day when I'm grown up. Fact: some ants can pick up objects that are 50 times their own body weight. That would be like a person lifting a rhinoceros. That sticky web the spider spins is dangerous, I know. I have a hunch I'll be her lunch if I don't turn and go. Fact: spiders are not insects, they are arachnids. Most spiders feed on bugs and insects, but some can catch and eat frogs, lizards, and even birds. Hey, did that brown stick just move? Can it really be? Oh, it's not a stick at all. That sneaky bug just tricked me. Fact: stick insects can hide really well. This protects them from birds and other animals that might eat them. Oops, I scared a roly-poly. It's hiding and so small, with head and body nice and snug and rolled up in a ball. Fact, guess what? Roly-polies are not insects. They are crustaceans, just like lobsters. I did not know that. That lovely insect darts and glides way up in the air. I wish one day to fly as high without a single care. I wonder if that will come true if you know anything about caterpillars. Fact, dragonflies are super fast and expert hunters. They can even fly backward. Floating and glowing in the early night sky are special beetles called fireflies. I wonder as I grow and grow if one day I will brightly glow. Fact, fireflies use their flashy lights to attract mates or even prey. I'm so big it's time to sleep. Right here on this tree, I'll make a home, cozy up alone, and dream of what I'll be. Fact, a caterpillar's body forms into a little house called a chrysalis. Inside the house, the caterpillar's body changes again. Can you guess what happens next? This is me. Fact, caterpillar turns into a beautiful butterfly. All right, and that's the end of the story. So if I'm going to practice using my retelling hand, and you can do this too, either with your own hand or you can trace your hand and kind of point to the fingers as you tell. So our topic was bugs that we have in our backyard and some facts. Some facts, then here I might think of the facts that are really interesting to me. So one fact that really surprised me was how far grasshoppers can jump. So I might say grasshoppers can jump really far. If it was human size, it would be as long, they could jump as long as a football field. Another fact that surprised me was that dragonflies fly backwards. I didn't know that. So that was surprising to me. And another fact that was surprising to me was that only the male crickets can sing. I thought all crickets could sing, but I guess not. Only the male crickets make the noise that we hear. So that leaves me wondering some things, and I know that I didn't leave some, it leaves me wondering more about, I really wondered about those bees and what that waggle dance looked like. I also wonder about the butterfly and that I knew, and I didn't really include it in my facts because I already knew that caterpillars turn into butterflies and they make a chrysalis, but I really want to know how that happens inside that chrysalis. That's really something I've always been wondering. Okay, so when you go off and you're reading your books today, I know a lot of you are reading some Just Right books and those are fiction, and that's fine. But if you can find a nonfiction book to read today, whether you have one at your house or you have one, if you find one on Kids A to Z or even an epic, and if you just practice kind of telling and retelling some things about the book you read, and remember kind of you can even, if you use your hand, you can kind of make a fist and stick out the fingers one by one as you tell the different parts. So I might have my fist closed and then hold up my thumb and say, oh, I learned about bugs in my backyard. Did you know that? And then name my facts that I found that were, interesting or surprising to me. And then your pinky over here, you're kind of last wondering about bugs or whatever you read about. Okay, great job, boys and girls. I will can't wait to hear what you've been reading about.